after the NBA Finals concluded, many Mavericks fans were excited for this team's future. We quickly assembled this team in February with a few trades. The team looked very impressive. We were one of the best teams defensively by the end of the year, and as a 5th seed, we made it all the way to the NBA Finals. There was a lot to be happy for, and little did we know, going into the summer, Nico Harrison would make this team even better. But there were some Mavericks fans that were very concerned because 2 weeks after the NBA Finals concluded, Luka Doncic would be right back in Slovenia getting ready to represent his country in the Olympics. And unfortunately, he didn't make it into the Olympics. Slovenia did lose to Greece in the qualifiers. And although we want the best for Luka, you're not going to stop him from representing his country, and you'd be wrong to ask him to do that. But we have new reports that show that a certain teammate of his could have played for Slovenia, and it's still a possibility in the future. So in this video, we're going to take a look at some of those reports, see what happened over the summer in the Olympics, and whether or not this player is the answer that Luka Doncic has been looking for. But how's it going, everybody? My name is Marcel Martin. This is Mavs Digest, bringing the latest news on everything Mavericks related. And before we get started with today's video, we're getting so close to our goal of 15,000 subs. I only need 2,000 more of you guys to subscribe to the channel, although we're very close to 13,200. If you want to be up to date on everything Mavericks related, if you don't want to miss out on a single thing that the team does, make sure you subscribe, and I'd appreciate it greatly. But like I said in the intro, after the NBA Finals, everybody was excited. I mean, I was through the roof. My team finally made the finals after over 10 years of just trials and tribulations and some success and many failures. We're finally on the right path of being just a real threat in the league, if we're not already a threat. The team looked good. We made a few trades at the trade deadline in February, getting Daniel Gafford and PJ Washington. We made a few other moves of just roster changes, who's going to start, who's going to come off the bench. We looked like a well-oiled machine. We go into the playoffs as a 5th seed, never once having home court advantage. And we took out the Clippers, we took out the Oklahoma City Thunder, and the Timberwolves on our way to the finals, where unfortunately we lost in 5 games to the Boston Celtics. But not everything's bad, because if we were able to make it that far as a 5th seed with a team that just got thrown together, where we had injuries left and right, this team, healthy with the current roster, could go even further. There's a lot to be excited for as a Mavericks fan, because the future looks pretty good. And like I also said in the intro, only 2 weeks after the NBA Finals concluded, Luka Doncic was right there in Slovenia getting ready to play and represent his country. And if we just take a look right here, this was after the NBA Finals. Nico Harrison had this to say. Nico Harrison says there is no concern with Luka Doncic playing for Slovenia in the pre-Olympic qualifiers, saying Luka loves playing for his national team. He'll be cautious. No concern at all. And like I said earlier, we saw Luka Doncic dealing with a litany of injuries. He was on the questionable list literally every single game of the NBA playoffs, never once just being fully healthy. And in some games, you really saw the injuries just pile up on him. In some games, it looked like he wasn't even injured at all. What Luka Doncic was able to do in this previous playoff run while injured, but still able to make the NBA Finals, shows you that yes, Luka's still amazing, he's still crazy, but he has a really good team around him where he actually has the right help. And a fully healthy Luka, a fully healthy Dallas Mavericks team, as currently constructed, I believe can win a championship no problem. But just to remind you guys of what we saw on a nightly basis in the playoffs, yeah, not enough bandages, not enough switching of his knee sleeves would ever really get rid of the fact that he was hurt. He was dealing with a shoulder injury. He had something weird with his ribs going on. His knees would not stop bleeding. Luka Doncic was banged up, so rightfully so, fans were concerned with his health as far as going into the summer and playing more basketball. This was Luka's longest season in the NBA as he made the finals of playing basketball. So the idea of Luka going overseas, playing the Olympics, risking injury, the fact that he hasn't had ample time to rest is what caused a lot of concern for fans. But like I said too, you can't really just say, hey Luka, I know that you want to play for your home country Slovenia. Don't do that. Rest so you can play for us. That's crazy. Luka Doncic loves the game of basketball. He loves his country very much. For a lot of these players that do come from other countries, the chance to represent your country on the Olympic stage is an honor. Being able to play in the NBA is a luxury, but playing for your country and representing is an honor. And Luka Doncic, that means the world to him. So of course, asking him not to play would just be ridiculous. However, it is fair to say that we just want you to be safe, because if you get hurt, you can't play for your country and you also can't play for us. And that's just how it goes. But if we take a look right here, there was a little report that got put out before the season ended that Daniel Gafford may consider getting a dual citizenship to play with Luka Doncic for Slovenia in the Olympics in the future. This would be insane. Now, when this little this little excerpt came out, there really wasn't much behind it. It was more of just in passing talking like, yeah, I wouldn't mind playing. It was whatever. But a lot of people were like, man, if Daniel Gafford went over to Slovenia and played with Luka Doncic in the Olympics, that would be crazy. I mean, it's a completely different world when you play overseas. FIBA rules are not the same as NBA rules. Some players play very well, as Dennis Schroeder has been seen as one of the best FIBA players in recent memory, whereas players like Joel Embiid just struggle to actually translate their NBA skills onto the international court level. But Daniel Gafford playing alongside Luka Doncic for Slovenia would be amazing. Not saying they could take down USA or any of the other great teams like France, but they would definitely have a fighting chance. But it was more than just something said in passing, as reports show that this was something that really could have happened. If we take a look right here, Daniel Gafford was reportedly Slovenia's first choice for the center position. The article reads saying, the Slovenian national team has been trying to find the perfect fit for Luka Doncic in the pick and roll situation. After years with the naturalized Mike Toby, 2024 was a summer in which the country involved another naturalized like Josh Nebo to play under the rim. However, as revealed by the president of the Slovenian Basketball Federation in an interview with Ekipa24, sorry if I mispronounced that, Daniel Gafford appeared to be the first choice. Daniel Gafford was absolutely the first choice of both sports directors. Sasha Doncic? I'm so sorry if I mispronounced your father's name, Luca. That's Luca's dad, and coach Alexander Sekulic. Again, I'm sorry if I mispronounced these names. However, it became apparent quite quickly that it was impossible to carry out the matter, and we moved on, Matij Erzavec said. Article continues, saying Erzavec continued revealing a meeting between Sasha Doncic and the Mavericks center after a game in Dallas, saying immediately after leaving the game and still a little sweaty, he was asked if he would play for the Slovenian national team. He was really surprised at first, but he quickly reacted very positively. He said that he is honored, that he is flattered by the initiative, and that he needs time to think, he said. When he called us a few days later, he said that his summer was simply not going to work, as he had ordered individual exercises, programs, personal trainers, and some other matters. But he is definitely interested in the future. The Slovenian Basketball Federation's president added, when the time comes, those in charge will consider how and what and make their decisions, he also said. So I think that would be insane if Daniel Gafford is seriously considering playing for Slovenia, and let's say he was taking it seriously. Let's just say that he wasn't just saying that to be nice, like, oh yeah, I'd love to play, let's say that he actually had some intent behind that. That would be great for Luka Doncic. Not only does he get to play with a teammate during the regular season where they're just dominating that pick and roll, where those alley-oops and lobs just come up plenty for the big man Daniel Gafford. He can also take that same style of play, that same connection that he has with Luka overseas in the summertime, whether that be the Olympics or just playing international ball, would be amazing. I'm just an American, so what do I know? But I think Daniel Gafford would be just a Slovenian national treasure. If he could join Luka Doncic and they could make a splash on the international stage, I think that would be amazing. I mean, his game is pretty good. I mean, Daniel Gafford, you can say he's not really a good starter, a good backup for sure. He puts up a lot of good. He has a lot of good plays. Like, he does a lot of the right things as a center, and some may say he's undersized. He's only about 6'10", but he can still bang with the best of them down low. He is a lot bigger. He's stockier. He is strong for his size, and as a center, he has great footwork. He doesn't lumber down the court like just some giant with no footwork. He has great footwork. Him and Derrick Lively seem to be working on that a lot this past season, and although Daniel Gafford really can't shoot the mid-range or the three ball, he is a pick and roll threat. He is a lob threat. He is at the rim 70%. He almost beat Wilt Chamberlain's record for consecutive field goals made. With the right player, with the right partner like Luka Doncic alongside Daniel Gafford, you could do anything. You could get very far on the international level. Luka Doncic has a penchant for making the players around him just 10 times better, at least appear 10 times better. It's the Luka Doncic effect. It's helped get a lot of players paid in their time with Luka Doncic, as we've seen. So having Daniel Gafford join the Slovenian team, I think that'd be kind of cool. I like watching international basketball. I'm just a fan of the game. So seeing Daniel Gafford, Luka Doncic overseas just dominating those guys, that'd be pretty awesome. But let me know what you guys think down below. Do you think that Daniel Gafford could actually join the Slovenian team? And would you actually watch some of those games? Let me know down below. We could have a conversation. But that's all I got for you guys today. Thank you for making this far into the video. Make sure to check out our Twitter and Discord. Links in the description below. Consider becoming a channel member. We are doing another giveaway. The winner will be announced the first week of October. But until next time, y'all take care. Drink water. Peace.